Hi guys, welcome to my first ride out to Hatta. Here you are seeing me leaving the house about 5:30 in the morning. It's still dark outside, the sun's just coming up over to the right. And there she is, my 2012 BMW K1600 GT. I'm really in love with this bike. It rides so smooth. It's probably the best one I've ever had. Now we're going to cut over to where we're meeting the guys at the Enoch station. Here we are there now. There's my beauty. Next to me is Ducati, owned by Dave, down in the black. That's Otto, looking at his new BMW R9 Urban GS. And that's Amon in spot 1 with his BMW R9T. Yeah, we're having a coffee, meeting each other, first time we've met, and getting ready to go. Can't wait to get on the road. They're beautiful bikes, BMW. I like the Ducati, but it's not my style. I'm more into the comfort. Let's pull out and hit the street. You see Otto taking the lead. He organized the trip, so he knows where we're going. And then there's Dave, Amon pulling up behind him, and I'm bringing up the rear because I'll be videotaping. This is my first video with sound, so hopefully it won't be too bad. I'm only doing audio. I didn't record any of the outside sound because of the wind against the camera. And now we're on the road. I apologize for the shaking. This is my first time, and using the GoPro with the mounts mounted to the front fairing, it does tend to vibrate a bit. Now here's something you don't see every day: camel crossing. We saw a lot of camels on both sides of the road. Even saw a huge herd of oryx, but unfortunately I didn't have the camera on at that time, so I wasn't able to pick them up. A lot of the roads are straight and flat, being here in the desert in the UAE, so I wasn't really keen on recording that, so I just got a few parts of each, and then most of it I'm concentrating on is out in the mountains near Hatta towards the end of the trip, or close to our destination, the Hatta Fort Hotel, where we met up with a bunch of other people for breakfast. Dave's wife works out there, and they do a really nice breakfast buffet on Friday morning, and a lot of bikers go there. It's a very good discount. Highly recommend it. Here we are now coming into the mountains. It's just me and Otto. Amon and Dave went ahead because they're on true sport bikes, and the road gets curvy, and they wanted to really ring them out. Otto had to hold back because he was still in the break-in period for his bike, so he had to keep it below a certain speed. And I'm in it for the relaxation, so I just enjoy cruising along nice and slow and taking my time and looking at the sights and enjoying the open road. Roads are very smooth, well maintained, kept very clean. You can see my shadow down there in the right with the camera mounted on the front fairing. Temperature was really nice in the morning. Starts to get a bit warm towards the end of the day, end of the trip rather. By about 11 o'clock it's over 40 C. But luckily with me I can put my windshield up in high position and blocks all the hot air off. I can even ride with my modular helmet open and doesn't get too hot, and very nice. I'm really loving that bike though, I tell you. BMW, I've really never thought much about it. I've had Honda, Kawasaki. I rode a Harley but wasn't comfortable on it, and I sat on a Gold Wing, but felt that it was too tall for me. I really couldn't touch the ground well enough to be stable, so I found this one advertised for sale, and the deal was just too good to pass up. Very, very well maintained. I'll probably keep this bike for a very long time, and if I ever do get a new one, I'll probably buy the same but a newer one, brand new or 1 year old or something like that. This isn't anything like riding in Europe through the Alps or anything like that, but it's what we have and we make the best of it. I'd like to give a shout out to Richie Vita with Wild Bad Touring in the UK. He's my inspiration for making this video and future videos. I hope to get to ride with him one day. I've been binge watching all of his tours and really enjoy the banter between him and Egon, all the rest of the gang. They look like a good bunch of guys to ride with. I definitely suggest checking them out on YouTube. Wild Bad Touring is the name of the company. You can find them on Facebook. And the YouTube, look up Richie Vita, Richyvida. He's also a musician. Writes and plays a lot of his own stuff. Can't wait for the weather to get a bit cooler, so we'll be able to do a lot more rides. Go down into Oman. Now this is after breakfast. I don't remember the name of this road, but it's not far from the Hatta Fort Hotel, and it's nice and curvy, goes through a few small villages. It's got some elevation gain, as you can see, and very smooth, with the exception of the occasional wadi that crosses the road. Wadi is basically a dry creek bed. Usually does flood when it rains, but we don't get a lot of rain here in the UAE, so pretty safe. You can see I'm following Dave now. Still have Otto in the lead, and Aman following him. Here's one of those wadi crossings. You have to be a little bit careful because it's a different type of pavement, so when you cross in a turn, you can't be leaning too much. Plus they tend to get some sand and gravel build up, so when the water does come across, they may get a little bit of debris left there. They do keep it clean though. Motorcycle riding in the UAE is very popular. There's quite a lot of clubs, guys that get together, BMW, Harley. Seems the Harley riders usually stick together. We did pass a really large group coming back early this same morning. I guess there were probably, 30 maybe, 30 to 50 bikes in that one group coming back. A lot of sport bikes, a lot of sport touring. I've seen a couple other BMW K1600s, a beautiful sort of whitish silver one that was parked outside the hotel as we left. I didn't get a chance to meet the owner, but I'm sure I'll run into him again. Sorry about that. Should have put my phone on silent. I'm not particularly happy with the way the GoPro vibrates. And from what I've been able to see on comparing different cameras, it's because of the GoPro being mounted to the plastic different set of mounts that it takes to get it to go the way you want it. So I think I'm probably going to change for a helmet cam. And using Richie's suggestions, I may go with the Drift Ghost S. It's very small and compressed size camera. Very nice for mounting on the helmet. It doesn't give you that big thing standing up like a GoPro does. And it's very stable. Plus you can see what you're recording on it, which is really nice. I plan to get an intercom system for my helmet that I can wire into the camera so that I can narrate these videos as we're riding along and hopefully speak to the other guys as well. At least with that you'll be able to get more live action. I'd like to also be able to play music through my headset and maybe even have the music playing through the video while we're riding. I'd like to also recognize the AGMC BMW Motorrad Club, who has a nice page on Facebook. Everybody stays in touch through there, and you can find out about organized rides and things like that with those guys. I haven't met him yet, but there's a fellow on the site named Mehdi Latifi. I believe he's in sales there at BMW. I'd like to get an opportunity to go down and meet him as well. Now here we are on the Dubai Hatta Road. Over on the right you see that very large sand dune. That's Big Red. It's very famous in the area for people coming out and renting quads and dune bashing and things like that. It doesn't look as high now as it does in person, but when you're up on top of it, believe me, it's quite large. This place on the right with the colored canopy is where I go when I rent a Razor, and I take some friends out. It's a 4-seater, and the guy usually lets me take it outside the fenced area, and then you can really just go out and have a blast in the desert. Really good fun if you come to the UAE. I highly recommend it for everybody. But you're definitely washing sand out of everywhere for the next few days. As you can see, Otto's got the knobby enduro tires on his bike, and he says that about 120 kilometers an hour it shakes quite a bit. So I believe he's going to change for street tires. I don't think he intends to take the bike off-road. There's Amman on the right. I've taken the lead now for a few minutes, and everyone's following me. If you like the video, I hope that you will go on YouTube, look up Bad Monkey Touring, and subscribe to the channel. I welcome your suggestions, comments, ideas on how I can make the videos better. There's Otto again, coming up on the left. Well, that's pretty much it. Here's a couple still pictures. There's Otto and a bunch of the bikes out at the Hatta Fort Hotel. There's my baby there in the middle. Appreciate you watching. This is our route with only one small error, because I didn't know exactly where we were out there between Nazwa and the next stop. Anyway, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.